Hello, hello, and good evening, everyone. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust that ever so slightly. I hope everyone is doing well. Just waiting for people to tune in. Oh, there's one eyeball. Please jot a hello in the comments. Give me a wave emoji. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you are ready for tonight's What's New. We've got some fun stuff to show you as always. I'm just going to make a quick little adjustment there. Sorry about that jiggle. Good evening, good evening. Margaret says she has a question. What's your question, Margaret? Just type it in the comments there as people are jumping on. We will get rocking and rolling. I won't keep you too late tonight. I've just got a small little basket of goodies to share. Some announcements, some updates, and all of that good stuff. And we are going to be off and running. So, welcome everyone to What's New for Wednesday, October the 12th. My calendar is right behind me, so I always have to turn around. And I find that I was cold when I got started, and now I'm getting warm. So off comes the sweater. All of that stuff that you can't see. Margaret's asking about the desk pads. I'm not sure if we have any left, Margaret. I can take a look and get back to you. I know we're getting really low, and I need to talk to my buddy Jack about getting some new ones printed with the new logo, but I can look. Or Margaret, if you don't mind doing me a favor and just dropping me a quick email to remind me, I will look into that tomorrow. All right, everyone. So let's get going for tonight. Got some new stuff from Spellbinders, as well as something from our friend Tim that we didn't think we would have back in. So we'll get to that. So let's kick off with Spellbinders. So who out there loves the glimmer, loves hot foiling, loves the shimmer and shine that foiling can bring you? Well, we've got some new rolls of glimmer foil in the house. There is this 2-pack, which is this beautiful set of black and white. It's your perfect kind of neutral set that you can use. I mean, the white looks absolutely beautiful on dark paper, and black is a wonderful staple. So this is a great little 2-pack that is great to have in your stash. We brought in this one. This one, I think, came out with a lot of the birthday supplies, and it was delayed from what I understand. Lisa, you want to learn and start doing foiling? Well, make sure you check out Alexis's Learning Live. Last night, she did a little bit of foiling, and if you go to our YouTube channel, which is just easily youtube.com/papercraftersworkshop, and type in the words hot foil, you can see our demos. We've done a few different demos on it, and it's a little bit of an investment to start with because you do need that hot foil machine. But once you have it, the options are absolutely limitless. There are lots of great products out there right now, and more companies are jumping on the hot foil bandwagon. We do sell 2 different machines. One is the Go Press and Foil, which is by Kuchar Creations, I believe. Yes, Kuchar Creations. And then we also sell the Glimmer from Spellbinders. That one we are currently out of stock. We are just in the midst of placing our reorder on that. But you know what? Santa, just give him a call, and he might want to bring you a Glimmer machine as well. And like I said, once you get into it, Lawn Fawn, Hero Arts, Spellbinders, Pink Fresh, photo play. A lot of the companies are getting into doing the hot foil plates. So this is a really good time to jump on that glimmer train. So we've got the black and white. I was talking about the confetti. Rainbow confetti. So this has all kinds of, looks like a room full of bubbles, colorful bubbles. Now what this is really good for is if you have large cover plate type hot foil plates. I'm going to show you one in just a second that this would work really well on. This one does not work as well on things that have they're a very delicate line or is smaller in size. So just be aware with that one. If you have things that are smaller that you want that rainbow look, there is a separate rainbow foil that would work better for that. This confetti one works better on bigger surfaces. And then we have this super fun, and yeah, it looks like it's translating well with all those those twinkly little stars and confetti on here. This is called Crimson Stars. This is a single roll of the red. Now, one thing that Matt did not put in my basket tonight is we have restocked on the 4 packs of Christmas colors. So there is a solids pack, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it has red, green, gold. I'm sorry, now I'm drawing a blank on what the 4th color is. I'll look it up and pop it in the comments after the video. But there is also a Christmas foil pack that has more of these textured foils in there as well. So great, great, great for your holiday glimmering and sparkling. So these are lots of fun. So let me just show you, while we were speaking of hot foil and speaking of that confetti one, here is one of the new hot foil plates from Spellbinders. And look at that name in the corner, guys. Simon Hurley is a new designer for Spellbinders. You may know him. He does a lot of work with Ranger, while he has just recently partnered with Spellbinders. And I will tell you that some of the stuff that we've brought in, you would it's very different than the style that he does for Ranger. So this is a great plate to be used with that rainbow confetti or any other wonderful hot foil that we've got. And this one is called Geo Snowflakes, but look at how gorgeous, how absolutely gorgeous that pattern is. We have some other stuff from Simon, and again, perfect for the hot foil plate. We have 2 sets. I'm turning this way because that's kind of the way the picture goes. These are hot foil plates and coordinating dies. So this one has the hot foil plate for that little string of ornaments, and then it has the coordinating die that will cut it out for you. You could also use the die on its own if you had a pretty pattern paper or something that you wanted to use with it. But I mean, the etching and the layers on these hot foil plates are pretty spectacular. So that one is called Ornament String, also a Simon Hurley. This one is called Retro Ornament. So nice tall ornaments, coordinating die to cut it out. Even if you're a scrapbooker, this would look fantastic down the side of a scrapbook layout. And you could do a few sets, and you know what, you could even though these are showing as joined, I would even cut these out and, move them around and give them different colors and different lengths, and you could really create an awesome scene. So hello everyone who is tuning in. We are just kicking off with Spellbinders, and if you missed it, big announcement that Simon Hurley is now a designer for Spellbinders. And then he's got this amazing Joyful Christmas Sentiments set. And I absolutely love, these are really classic and easy to read with just a little bit of flourish to fancy them up. So once again, it comes with the hot foil plate, and the way you would foil these is you would foil them all together and then cut them out into their individual pieces. So that way you're really getting a lot of bang for your buck, a lot of moolah for your effort, that's probably not the right saying, but you get the drift. You heat this all at once, you foil it all at once, you cut it all at once, and you've got 5 amazing foiled sentiments, perfect for your Christmas cards. If it were me, I would just get everything out, do a whole bunch of foiling, and then group them by their saying so that I've got them ready to go when I am set to do my card making. So those are fantastic new hot foil plates from Spellbinders and Simon Hurley. Where'd that little guy go? There he is. Lots of fun. What else do I have in my bag? Oh, tricks. So Spellbinders, for those of you who love figure skating. Do these die cut without foiling. So back to these guys. So these ones, yes, I would say that you could die cut them if you didn't want to foil. There is a technique where you can use your hot foil plate to emboss your paper. These ones would work great if you had a pattern paper. The sentiments, on the other hand, it is more of just a shadow. So if you were to die cut those out, you would not know what the words say. These were specifically designed to cut out the foil shapes. So Wendy, I hope that answers your question. All right. Yeah, figure skates. So this is, look at how big that guy is. Nice, great big figure skate. You could make ornaments out of it. You could put it on a card. I was speaking to a lady who, she's actually the reason why we brought it in, because she special ordered it, and she's got large tags that she's going to do these on. And much like some of the hero stuff that we showed you, I think last week, I would cut it out in a couple of different colors. And look, there are actually lace holes. So if you were really creative, you could take ribbon or twine or even some tiny little shoelaces, and you could make those into, like, they've got it there. I don't know if it's going to show well with the packaging, but they have laced up the laces with some twine to give it some extra dimension. So super fun there. Just as a staple, we did bring in some Spellbinders blending brushes to give them a try. Just for comparison, hang on. So these are the little mini blending brushes that we carry from Gina K. And this is the large size. These ones I think were Tailored Expressions, but we now carry the Gina K, and they're like this. Our Hero Arts ones are also this size and a little bit bigger, but you can see that these Spellbinders ones kind of fit nicely in between. So they're great for edging your edges. They're great for stencil blending. And it's a great little 3-pack if you are just getting started and want to have something 3-in-1 to work with. So those are new from Spellbinders. Well, new to us anyways. Next up, I am going to share with you some embellishments from Spellbinders. So you probably already know that Spellbinders has some amazing little gem sets in a wide variety of colors. And a couple of months ago, they introduced some what they call fashion dots, which to me are pearls. Well, we've got a whole new range of color on these fashion dots. So we have Bella, which is a really soft and pretty pink. I'm not sure if it's translating well on the camera, but almost like a baby pink or a seashell pink. This one is lilac. Darlene and Ellen and many of you out there who are loving purple, this is a gorgeous iridescent purple. We have oyster, and I'm going to say that this has just ever so slightly a green tinge to it. So it's not yellow like an antique pearl. It does have that green tint to it, but definitely more on the white side. We have rose, which is that beautiful dusty rose color. Jet, which is black. Silver. Those look like those little silver balls that we used to put on cupcakes that would break your teeth. But again, this beautiful silver set that you can use to jazz up your creations. Topaz, which is a beautiful aqua color. gold to go with the silver, and finishing off with blush. And that blush, let me compare it to the Bella. The blush is definitely much more of a peachy pink, whereas the Bella is that really soft baby pink. So just make sure you choose carefully when you are shopping. So brand new fashion dots from Spellbinders. And no, I've got two Spellbinders things left. So hands up, hearts, thumbs up, yays in the comments if you like the glitter foam from Spellbinders. And I think all of my samples are now at the store. But glitter foam is an amazing fun foam, craft foam product, but with a gorgeous glitter finish. And many of you have been snapping up the red and the green, the gold and the silver. We've got a range of colors. The Christmas colors, unfortunately, are a little bit short stocked. Can't seem to, Spellbinders has been out as well. But this is a brand new color combination that we just brought in, and it is called Painted Desert. So it is this pretty rose goldy pink. I see Caroline is watching. I think she picked some of this up on the weekend. And then the other color, let's see if I can gently get this open, is this beautiful chocolate brown. But when you see the glitter side, it is stunning. So if you're cutting out gingerbread men or rocking horses, look at that, almost a bronzy color. This would look absolutely stunning for some great holiday crafting, especially if you do want to go more in that non-traditional color family. So this is the Painted Desert with the bronzy brown and that pink kind of rose goldy color combination. And again, the other ones we have, there is like a royal blue and purple. There is a teal and green, more of a lime green. There is red and green, your traditional Christmas colors. There is also gold and silver and white and black, but those two are out of stock right now. Hoping to get those back in stock really soon. So that is the new flitter gloam, as I call it, because I always get tongue-tied, glitter foam from Spellbinders. And I am going to finish off with something from Spellbinders that maybe we don't always want to have in our collection, but sadly we sometimes need it. And this is a new sympathy set, new sympathy stamp set from Spellbinders that some of the gals in our Crafters Association, our store association, designed along with Spellbinders. So some of them are larger, some of them are a bit more for like the inside of a sympathy card, but things like with sympathy, thinking of you in these difficult times ahead and sending love. Holding you in my heart, may precious memories bring you peace and comfort. Forever remembered, forever missed. Wishing you comfort for today and hope for tomorrow. And my deepest, most heartfelt condolences are with you and your family. So some really great sentiments. This is a pretty versatile set for sympathy situations. And like I said, it's not something we always want to have in our stash, but sometimes we need to have it. And Spellbinders makes some really great stamping products. So this would be one that I want for my collection. All right, before I get on to the next thing in my basket, I'm going to take a little bit of a break for some quick announcements. So first, who has been supporting us in our food bank challenge? Many of you. We have had such an amazing, tremendous response. For those of you who can shop in our store and bring in food bank donations. When I weighed our great big stash on Friday for our mid-challenge weigh-in, we were at over 297 pounds. What? I don't want to break that number down, but it's a lot. It's a lot, and that is a big thanks to the laundry jugs that got brought in and the cans and the peanut butter, and all of those heavy things that you guys have been bringing in to support us, as well as pasta and craft dinner and all the other good stuff as well. Well, since Friday night, I think we have added probably another 200 pounds. You guys have been absolutely amazing and so very generous. So thank you for that. Tonight is Wednesday. We've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The challenge ends at the end of day on Saturday. So Maria, I just saw your question. Saturday is the last day to bring in cans, food donations, that kind of good stuff. What I should rewind and say is at 297 pounds, we were ahead of Julia and the Paper and Ink Boutique. They were only at 154 pounds, but that has stoked their motivation. They want to beat us. They want me to do a free demo for them. We want Julia to do a free demo for us. So we can't let up, and all of these donations have been so fabulous and are so generous. Now, if you bring in a non-perishable food item or anything else that was on our list last week, anything that a food bank can use, you'll get $5 off your purchase of $25 or more. Margaret, I prefer that you didn't bring it to St. Mary's because then we have to bring it back. And we prefer to just keep everything at the store. So thank you for your generosity, but maybe there is a local food bank in St. Mary's that you can donate to, or in your local neighborhood. So thank you very much for that offer, but we're just going to keep it to local at the store. So we got to keep going, and we will give you an update. Matt and I are visiting some of our friends who are watching tonight in St. Mary's on Saturday. So it's likely that our final tally will be posted on Sunday. All right, so that is that. I wanted to show you something that we forgot to bring home, but Alexis showed some of these in her Learning Live last night. And these are these beautiful pads of paper from Craft Consortium called Ink Drops. Now we do have this one that she used last night called Rose in both 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. But I just wanted to call out, we have some other colors in the 6 by 6 as well. Candy we had in before, and it sold really well. Ocean was probably our top selling set of patterns in this line, but we've also brought in the new monochrome and this earth palette. So if you really like those pads that Alexis showed last night, they've got like a faux foiling on it. And by that, I mean they look like they're foiled. They are not actually foiled, but they've done some really fun alcohol ink style backgrounds. Then go and check it out. And the best thing to do is to search Ink Drops, and you'll get all of these different color combinations. Next up, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. This is not in the system yet. I am hoping to get it in the system before I launch the newsletter tomorrow. But we have a new class from Chris coming up in November. These are some fun embossing folder techniques that she is going to be sharing with you. And you will get the embossing folder as part of your kit. You'll get some foil, and you'll get lots of these pieces to make these gorgeous, gorgeous cards. So this class is on, let me consult my calendar, Monday, November 14th. And so I will have this in the system, hopefully before that newsletter goes out tomorrow. But if this is something that you think you can learn a lot from, mark it on your calendar, November 14th. So that is that. And one last announcement before we get to our last item of the evening. I want you to save the date for next Thursday. So not tomorrow, but next Thursday. Come join us at noon Eastern time. And right here on Facebook, I've got a special guest joining me. We're going to do a little bit of a craft along, and we'll have a special announcement. So if you want to know what that is, then you got to tune in. It will, of course, be available for replay afterwards. We will also, if technology allows me, upload that to YouTube. But I'm really excited about this special guest, and I'm super excited about the announcement that we're going to make that is for something that is very near and dear to both my heart and my guest's heart, and it is right in one of our themes for October, so make sure you tune in. All right, so now I'm going to grab a sip of water, and then we are going to do our drum roll. This is definitely a 2-sip reveal that I'm going to share with you. All right. Our friend Tim, Mr. Holtz, just keeps bringing out new stuff. And this product was revealed, launched, I don't know, maybe a few weeks ago. And our first shipment, we only got a portion of our shipment. And we did not think that we would get any more in until the end of November at the earliest. Well, then Matt got a call from one of our suppliers, and a very limited supply of restock was available. So let me share with you Distress watercolor pencils. These are brand new from Tim. There are the 3 sets, not 6, 3 sets, and these are amazing watercolor pencils that you can do some pretty amazing stuff. Now, I will be completely transparent. I have not tried these myself because that first batch came in and went out so quickly, and I would rather get it in your guys' hands than have something for me to play with. So the first batch came in, the second batch has just arrived. We've just gotten it out to those people who were on the waiting list, and we have a few left over. There will be more coming in. We've kept our orders in place for that November, I guess, 3rd batch now, but these are pretty awesome. So these are a pigmented watercolor pencil, and they do have a sticker wrap on the outside so that you can hold it comfortably. Like I said, there are the 3 sets. So set number 1 has 12 of his colors, and if you notice with all of them, you do get a nice healthy selection of your rainbow colors. So it's not like one set is all blues and one set is all pinks and so on and so forth. So if you really wanted to give these a try, you could just pick one set. But many of these people have been buying all 3. And Cardmaker JT, these are on our website right now. So you can just go and order them. You can order 1 set, 2 sets, or all 3 sets. And I just realized I've got them out of order here. These are phenomenal. So I will, like I said, I have not played with them myself. I just sat down and watched part of Tim's launch video, and they do some pretty cool stuff. So they are comparable to a watercolor or to the Distress crayons, but they are more of a watercolor pencil. They are the same size, and they are designed to be opaque going over other layers. They're very true to the color. So if you have, say, picked raspberry in the Distress ink, this color of picked raspberry is going to be very similar. Very comparable compared to, I think what he was saying was that the Distress crayons, because of the material that it was made out of, you couldn't always get a perfect match, whereas the watercolor pencils definitely have much more of a true match to his original colors. And you know what? In tomorrow's newsletter and on our website, I will link up that video again. I did notice there is also a video by Jennifer McGuire on these pencils, so we'll make sure that those all get linked up for you if you just want more information. They are great for coloring in stamped images. Tim recommends using archival ink to stamp with, and then you can color in with them. You can use water, you can dip them. And then the thing that Darlene mentioned that she's super excited about is when you sharpen it, save the shavings, because then you can put them in a little palette and turn them into a watercolor palette. So they can just stay in the palette. You can just use your brush and some water and paint with them without even needing to bring out your pencils. They do come in their own tins. The lid lifts apart. They are not hinged. So where most of his other tins are hinged, these lids come separate. And the reason why he did that, there's two reasons. One, you can tuck the lid underneath. The second reason, because these have like that acetate window, you can use that as your paint palette. So if you're mixing some colors, or maybe you just want to thin out the color a little bit and you're traveling, use the lid. You don't need to take a palette with you. You've got the lid from your tin. Now they are the same size as a distress crayon. So if you prefer to take them out of these tins and kind of group them all together, you can use the distressed storage tin to keep them all together. They were designed, and one of the critical components to these were designed to, in his words, play nice with distress inks and distress oxides. So some of the techniques he was showing on his video was where they stamped with a distress ink or distress oxide and then used the pencils to create lowlights and highlights and shading and all that fun stuff. And they all just worked wonderfully together. So like I said, I mean, his video was 2.5 hours long. I haven't had a chance to watch all 2.5 hours, but we will link it up. You can fast forward. You can go back and watch them in segments. And I will also link up that Jennifer McGuire video as well. So if you want something that you have a little bit more control over to work with your distress products, if you want something that can give you more fine detail, if you want something to blend with that will work really well over top of any of your other distress inks, sprays, whatnot, these are the pencils you want to get. Now let me just quickly go over again those palettes. So make sure I get the right one. There's set number one. So set number one, and my advice, my personal advice would be, if you have a favorite or two favorite distress colors, pick the set that has those. If you're only going to buy one, pick the set that has your favorite colors in. Or if you really want like a series of greens, like this one has crushed olive, rustic wilderness, frayed burlap, and hickory smoke, which all play really well for things like foliage and that kind of thing. Think about what you're going to use it for. I know personally my favorite color is Twisted Citron. So this one has Twisted Citron, Prize Ribbon, which is another favorite, Mermaid Lagoon, Kitsch Flamingo. I have a lot of my favorites in this set. So if I were to only pick one, this is the set that I would pick. But if you can't decide, far be it from me to say you only need one. All right, to review. So set one has picked raspberry, fired brick, rusty hinge, mustard seed, peeled paint, salvage patina, speckled egg, salty ocean, villainous potion, walnut stain, black soot, and picket fence. This one with the white definitely has an advantage that you could do some really cool highlights with the white as well. Set two, Kitsch Flamingo, Barn Door, Spiced Marmalade, Fossilized Amber, Twisted Citron, Cracked Pistachio. Mermaid Lagoon, Iced Spruce. Anyone who is in Maker Mania is going to want the Iced Spruce. Prize Ribbon, Seedless Preserve, Antique Linen, and Vintage Photo. And set number three finishes with Tattered Rose, Candied Apple, Crackling Campfire, Wild Honey, Crushed Olive, Rustic Wilderness, Peacock Feathers, Tumbled Glass, and that would be my tricky one because I love tumbled glass as well. Faded Jeans, Shaded Lilac, Frayed Burlap, and Hickory Smoke. So think about what you're going to use it for if you want to start with just one or grab all three. Like I said, these are limited. Once we have sold out of the ones that we just got in, that will likely be it until November. But if you miss out, don't worry. Just give me an email and let me know, and we will put you on that notify list for when that third batch comes in. And folks, that's the show for today. A little bit smaller. Next week, we may or may not have a What's New. I think likely not, because I have a trade show. I have meetings with vendors, and my last class runs until until 8 o'clock, I think. And then we have meetings with vendors after that due to, time zone issues and everything else. If something happens that we can pop on live for a break, we will do so. Or if I have enough time, I may pre-record something and pop it up. So just watch this space for the latest updates, and we will do our best to enable you, to share with you the new stuff we've got in. Until then, I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. I hope that you're looking forward to the weekend ahead, and we wish you all the best. Have a great week. Take care, everyone.